There we go. All right, so for today's class, we're just gonna have like a slow and easy practice to unravel the spine and the hips, and also like to touch upon, some positions we do all the time, but from different angles. So we're start lying on our backs. Just gonna move you to my big screen. So just lie back and ground yourself for a second. Just allow the spine to drop. And touching base with yourself, noticing any places of tension. And trying to soften and relax those areas, maybe the neck, the hips, the shoulders. Just taking a moment to arrive slow and easy. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And sigh it out your mouth, let it go. And then slowly bring the knees towards your chest. Give them a little squeeze, maybe swaying side to side. And then let's take the legs up towards the sky for a moment. Knees can be bent just a little bit or just your set length. And let's take also the arms up towards the sky, but make sure your shoulder blades are grounded and your bones are just stacking, not so much effort here. And let's start opening and closing the hands into fists. And at the same time, keeping all that, we're going to start drawing circles outwards with wrists and also with your ankles. So you keep pumping your fists as you draw circles outwards. Same with the feet, circles outwards from the ankles, and maybe spreading the toes and crossing the feet a little, or just explore any movements in hands and feet that feel nice as you draw the circles. And once you got that, pay attention to what your belly is doing and try to hug your spine around with your belly. Let's switch directions, circles inwards, keep pumping fists a little bit like little sea stars with your hands, and same spreading and curling your toes. Just increasing blood flow to the extremities. And normal breathing in and out the nose. And then slowly pause and just release the arms wherever you like, maybe like cactus shapes or to the sides. We're gonna take the legs apart a little bit wider than your hips. And then just start drawing circles with the whole legs outwards again. Very small, slow and with control. And try to keep the legs pointing straight up so that your low back stays flat on the ground. So normally when we lower the legs forward, the low back will start to peel off. So just actively avoiding that. And then circles inwards, maybe a little bit wider circles. Keeping the neck relaxed, the shoulders resting. Effort mainly on the legs and a little bit on the core. Take the last one and then give your knees a little squeeze, knees to chest. Take the arms wide and drop the knees over to the right. Just simple spinal twist. And really let the weight of the legs rest heavy to the side. And try to anchor your left shoulder head down. So you feel that stretch along the chest. And with every breath, you let it expand and stretch a little bit more the front of the left side of your chest. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, bringing it back through center all the way to the other side. Spinal twist to the left. Head falling to the other side. And right shoulder head anchoring down. If it naturally peels off, just try to have the intention of rooting it down. And relax the hips. Again, notice if with the inhale you feel a bit more stretch in the chest. And the exhale allows you to ground that arm and shoulder. Deep breath in. And then bringing it back through center. Again, knees to chest. And then set your feet back into the ground with your knees bent. I'm going to take thread the needle here. So take your right ankle on top of your left knee. With that right foot flex. And then let the knee fall out and forward. So it's like an opening book. And we're going to take active here. So just rest your arms to the sides. We're not going to use them. And now, while your left foot is on the ground, I want you to push forwards from your top leg down. So like you're resisting with that right ankle on your left knee. But there's an activity here on that top leg. Keep that. And then bring your left knee in towards your chest while you keep resisting with that top leg. Then inhale, keep resisting, but set the left foot back down. And exhale, keep resisting and bring the left knee in. And just keep going. So keep the activity on that top leg as you inhale, bringing it down. And on the exhale, squishing the belly, bringing the knee to chest. Let's take a few more. And it's usually the case when we are mildly engaging the muscles as we stretch them. In this case, the right outer hip, they tend to open up a bit better, a bit more easily while keeping the strength. And then leave knee to chest on your last exhale. Then from here, relax the top leg a little bit and just sway side to side. So just massaging the sacrum. Now it should feel a bit more open or at least more present, so to speak, on that right outer hip. And then pause back in the center and release, set the foot back down, and let's do the other side. So now left ankle on top of right knee, and let that top knee fall out and to the side. Flex that top foot and then activate. So start pressing down from the ankle. And then as you do that, on the exhale, bring the right knee in towards your chest, resisting. And exhale is like you're pushing and resisting with the bottom leg. Exhaling, bringing it in. And inhaling, resisting both legs, bringing it down. Very good, yeah. It almost takes a lot of brain power to do this. It's like, wait a minute, which one's pushing? Which one is pulling? But they're both active. You may feel it more on the top leg. We're focusing on the left outer hip. Let's take a last one. And then keep the knee to chest. Relax the legs a little bit and just sway side to side. So now the core is more the driver here. The belly on the deeper layers. And the hip just comes along for the ride. And then pause back in the center and release. Set both feet back down. Now just bring your arms to the sides and bring the heels as close to your body as you can, touch them with your fingertips with the arms to the side. So that's more or less the distance you want between your heels and your bum. And we're gonna take the arms back, above head, back of the hands on the floor, palms facing up. We're gonna inhale, push through the heels and lift your hips like a little bridge. And on the exhale, set the hips back down, bring the knees to chest and curl your torso forward, pointing the arms forward. like you're offering something forward. And then inhale, arms back, feet down, hips up to bridge. And exhale, hips down, knees to chest, curl onto a little crunch. Good. Inhale to bridge. And exhale to round. And try to tune in the movement with the breathing. Try not to think too much about it. But on the inhale, the body expands as you lift. And on the exhale, squeeze the air out as you curl. Let's take 2 more. And at your own pace. And when you reach the second one, hold a tiny crunch. Yeah, hold it there for 5, 4, 3, chin to chest, 2, 1, and then grab the front of the shin bones and start rocking a bit back and forth, rounding the spine, and then rocking up all the way to tabletop. Cross at your ankles, plant the hands forward and come to hands and knees. I'm gonna do a little wrist warm up here. So palms flat on the floor, knees underneath the hips, and let's just do circles clockwise with the torso while the hands stay rooted. The idea here is to just explore the weight shifting from all the angles at your wrist. So make sure palms are flat, pressing through all 10 knuckles down. And then switch directions counterclockwise. Elbows stay straight and belly mildly engaged. And then release. We're gonna do, keep the hands flat. We're just gonna walk the knees a little bit closer to your hands to shorten the distance. And then try to lift the second knuckle while you press the finger pads down. So just the finger pads. We're gonna lean a little bit forward, keep all finger pads down and try to lift the heel of the hand. It's like a first knuckle push up and then set it down. Inhale, lift the heels of the hands, all the fingers stay down and then set it back down. Again, 3 and down, elbows stay straight, 4, down, 5, let's do 1 more, 6, and then set it down. Now curl the toes under, lean back on your heels for a moment. We're gonna make fists and flush the knuckles together against each other, and then set the back of the hands down with the knuckles up against each other. And we're gonna do little push-ups here. So inhale, elbows are straight, and then exhale, bend the elbows out and lean forward. And then push actively through the backs of the fists, straighten your elbows. And then again, so this is a nice stretch of the back of the hand. Keep going, little push-ups, inhaling as you straighten, exhaling as you bend. And let's do just 1 more, and straight. And then just release and turn the palms, fingers towards you, palms down. And then we're just gonna lean a little bit forward and back. Just giving the forearms a little stretch. And then release, come back to tabletop now with fresh wrists. Palms underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and we're gonna float the right leg back. Now pay attention here that you're not sideways or hiking up the right hip. Try to keep the hips at the same level. Back toes pointing down, knee pointing down, and your gaze just between your thumbs. So try not to look forward or drop the head, but keep the back of the neck neutral. Take an inhale there. And on the exhale, bring the right knee towards your right elbow. And then across to the left. And then inhale, extend it back. Exhale across, sorry, to the right elbow. And then across. And then inhale back. And switching directions, exhale across to the left and right. Inhale back. And last one across to the left and right. Inhale back. Leave the right leg there. Now your weight to the right hand and then float the left hand forward. Again, keep the back of the neck long, strong on the core and the belly. You can inhale there. And on the exhale, curl, bring the knee to the chest like a little crutch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. And exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend, and then set it back down. Now my left hip is already talking to me, and we're gonna switch sides. So now float your left leg, toes pointing down. And again, be careful not to hike up that hip sideways. Take an inhale there. Exhale, bring the left knee to the left elbow. And across on the same exhale, inhale, extend it back. Exhale to the left, across, inhale back. And then switching directions across and left. Inhale back, exhale across, left, inhale back. Now wrap up the belly around the spine. Put the weight on that bottom knee, left hand, and then float your right arm forward. Breathing constantly in and out the nose. And bringing the navel back towards the spine. So there's a sense of lifting there. Take an inhale. Exhale, elbow to your knee, little crunch. Inhale, extend, get longer. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. And on the exhale, plant the palms and release. We're gonna sit on our heels for a moment with the toes curled under. We're just gonna do a couple of funky transitions. So come to kneel and clasp your hands behind your low back, but like a loose clasp so that the heels of the hands can be apart from each other. We're gonna keep a straight spine. So your tailbone is between your heels, clasp the hands and just stretch the chest. So extend the elbows, bring back, keep the gaze forward. This is gonna be your inhale. On the exhale, release the clasp, sit back on your heels. We're gonna try to peel off the knees off the ground. Yeah, go into a squat and then interlace the hands, but with the palms facing forward, and then try to stretch as you round. So it's the opposite kind of spine movement. That's the exhale. Let's do it a few more times. Inhale, release the clasp, knees down, interlace behind you and stretch. Exhale, start releasing. Sit on your heels, peel off the knees, slow and with control, and then stretch forward. Inhale, we come to kneel and extend. Exhale, sit back, peel the knees off, stretch it forward. Yeah, now that you got the movement, we can take care of the breath a bit more. Inhale as you kneel and stretch. Exhale, start moving. We'll finish at the top of the exhale. Very good. Inhale, release, clasp, extend the chest. Exhale, sit back, peel the knees off, round, stretching forward. Take a last one. Inhale, extend. Exhale, sit back, peel the knees off, and stretch forward. Then from here, release your hands, drop the head, and just start coming to a forward fold. Just a deeply bending your knees, so sorry, straighten the legs. Keep the knees as bent as you need to so the rib cage can touch the top of the thighs. Fingertips just slightly forward of your feet. Let's just start tilting the weight a bit forward towards the toes and then back to the heels, lifting the toes. Forward, lifting the heels. Just rocking very slowly back and forth. Keep the neck relaxed, the head dropping. You're starting to feel into your hamstrings. And suck the navel back towards the spine a little bit. And then release. Put a bigger bend on your knees, round spine, and then curl one vertebra at a time till you come all the way up to standing. We're gonna clasp the hands again behind the back, loose clasp. Extend the elbows. On the inhale, sink your hips, bend your knees, come to a chair pose with clasped hands, chest forward. And on the exhale, lay your belly on your thighs and then bow forward. Forward fold with the knees bent. Inhale, sink the hips, bend the knees, come to chair halfway up. Exhale, bow forward, belly on your thighs. Try to straighten the legs. Inhale, chair pose with the clasp. Exhale, forward fold, knuckles open overhead. Inhale again to chair. Exhale, release the clasp, forward fold. And then grab opposite elbows and sway side to side, like a semicircle, exploring now more on the side bands of the legs. Take a big inhale in the center. On the exhale, release your arms, sink the hips, bend the knees, and come back on up with a round spine, one vertebra at a time, all the way up to standing. Roll the shoulders back a few times. And then come to the front of the mat. Just a few rounds of sun salutes. Keep bring your feet hip width apart. And let's do it soft and smooth, slow and easy. On the inhale, sweep your arms above head. Exhale, palms together, bend your knees, round spine, and then just drape on over your legs, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway, maybe fingertips or slide hands on your shin. Exhale, bow forward, fingertips down, step the right foot back, right knee down. On the inhale, hips forward, head up, navel to spine. Exhale, curl the back toes under and press back, trying to straighten both legs a little bit. Yeah. Inhale, back knee lowers, head up, pelvis forward. Exhale, press back, folding over that left leg. Inhale, lower. Exhale, back. Inhale, come halfway. Plant your palms, step your left foot back. Plank. Inhale here. Exhale, knees down. Keep the palms flat, elbows straight. Exhale, bend your elbows halfway, half chaturanga. Inhale, straight arms. Exhale, half chaturanga. And then all the way to your belly. Press the tops of the feet down, hands stay at the chest level. On the inhale, roll your shoulders back. Activate the legs so your kneecaps are lifting off the ground. And then push for cobra. Exhale, lower. Let's do one more. Inhale, shoulders back. Pushing up, cobra. Nice. Exhale, lower back down. Curl the toes under. Press back first through the knees. Hips back. And then hips up and back, downward facing dog. On the inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, right knee in towards your nose. And then right foot towards your right thumb. And lower the left knee down. Yeah, don't rush. It's slow and easy. Inhale, same thing. Pelvis forward, head up. Exhale, press back, peeling off, folding over the right leg. Inhale, lower. And exhale back. Now keep that idea of activity in the front leg particularly. Keep going. Inhale, back, leg lowers. And then exhale, push through the right foot so you try to extend it actively. Last one. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press back, fold forward. Now inhale, halfway lunge of fingertips. Step that back foot forward. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, bow belly and your thighs. Now inhale with knees bent, round spine, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Let's do the other side. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, bow forward, belly on the thighs, bend the knees if you need to. Inhale, lengthen halfway, peel your belly of the thighs. Exhale, step the left foot back this time, left knee down. Same thing, the cat-cow lunges. Inhale forward. With active legs, straighten them, press back, folding over the front leg. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press back, belly is active, middle to spine. 2 more, inhale, lower. Exhale, bow. Last one, inhale, lower. With active legs, press back, straight legs. Inhale, halfway, lunge on fingertips, plant your palms, step back to plank. Inhale here, and exhale, lower your knees, and bend your elbows, half chaturanga. Inhale, straight arm. Exhale, half chaturanga, hold it, and then all the way down to your belly, tops of the feet down, kneecaps lifting as you press the tops of the feet. Inhale, shoulders back, and then come to cobra. Exhale, lower. Last one, inhale, shoulders back, chest is open, come to cobra, elbows stay close to the body. Exhale, lower, curl the toes, press back, belly active, stay on the knees first, and then downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, left knee in towards your nose. And then step the left foot to your left thumb. Drop the right knee down. Yeah, inhale, pelvis forward, head up, belly active. Exhale, peel back, pushing from the feet, rooting down the feet. Nice. Inhale, lower. Exhale, down. Active legs, especially the front one. Inhale, lower. And exhale, back. Last one, inhale, lower. And exhale, back. Core driving the movement as well. Inhale, come halfway, lunge with fingertips. And exhale, step the back foot forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, back. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. All right, let's take a wide step out. Heels in, toes out. And then bend your knees, hands on your knees. Let's wiggle side to side. Trying to keep the weight back. So you're almost like sticking your buttocks back behind you. Now take an inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, right shoulder head in, push out and curl in. Inhale back through center. Exhale, left shoulder head in. Inhale, center. And exhale, twisting. Just enjoying the movement, enjoying the transition of the weight and the effort between both legs and the hips. And just bringing the spine in different directions. Let's take one more each side. Breathing through the center, and then ending with the left shoulder head in. Back to the center, and then straighten the legs out. That's intense in the quads. Parallel the feet. How wide you want the legs apart is more or less underneath the distance between your wrists or a little bit narrower. And from here, hands to your hips. Let's turn the left foot out 90 degrees. So you have left heel to right arch alignment. Now we're going to hinge the hips towards the right foot. And then start walking your bottom arm on your left shin bone. And here the front of the body and the hips are kind of like turned open to the long side of the mat. Now keep the front foot really active and then the back foot really active. So you feel that length on the side body. And now right arm up, inhale. Exhale, and then bring with the pinky side of the hand forward, your right arm open over ear. So sorry, pinky side of the hand towards the floor. Back leg is super active. Belly is contained. Ear towards your shoulder, head is a bit relaxed. Take an inhale as you start bending that front leg. And then with a strong spine, come on all the way up, reverse warrior. And then exhale back through center, trying to align for warrior two. So maybe you need to lengthen the stance a little bit so that your knee is directly above the ankle, but the knee doesn't go beyond the ankle. Yeah, looks good. And then again, hips open to the long side of the mat. It's like if I were to sandwich you into blades of glass, you would not break it. So take your arms out, palms facing down. Now strong arms, warrior arms. Weight equally distributed between the two legs. It's not so much like you're sinking, but like you're trying to lift up as you push the weight down. Gaze towards your left fingertips. And just breathing here. Trying to breathe through that moment when you start wanting to get out of this position. And now, just for a second, without maybe just moving your eyes, gaze over your left knee. You should see your big toe on the inner side. So take care that the knee is not buckling inward, but is directly tracking on the second toe or so. Then from here, inhale, reach back as you extend that front leg. Then exhale back through center, parallel your feet again. Maybe make them a little bit closer together if you need to. We're coming into Prasarita Padottanasana, so wide-legged forward fold. But first we're gonna activate the legs again. So activate your legs from the top down, like you wanna stretch them out apart. So it's like the sensation outwards. And then from the inner side of the legs, imagine you want to bring the energy from the bottom to the top, like you're curling the mat inwards, but you're doing it at the same time. So you're at the same time stretching out and try to lift up like you're gonna do a vacuum. Keep that, hands on your hips, inhale. Exhale, with a straight spine, bow forward. Now, if your hamstrings are tight, bend the knees a little bit. And then drape the torso down. Release the hands in line with your feet, palms down. Crown of the head down towards the floor. Again, if your spine tends to round here, bend the knees even more. Yeah, I think that looks good. And then drop the head, relax the neck. Yeah, perfect. So legs are active, even if bent, I mean, they're more active bend when you engage the muscles, but try to use the belly to deepen the forward fold a little bit. And the weight is ever so slightly forward, so it's almost like your big toe is breaking you from toppling over. Take an inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, bend the knees a little bit more, hands on your hips, and then come all the way up. Wow, that's intense. Let's do the other side. Turn the right foot out, 90 degrees, front heel to back arch, and then send the hips. So you're open again. I'm going to sandwich you in those two blades of glass, and then take the hip back, right hand to your right shin bone. Push through that front foot. So maybe the front knee is a little bit bent, especially if you hyperextend. Otherwise, leg straight, and then push with the back foot, and then left arm up. Inhale. Exhale, sweep that left arm open over your ear, pinky side of the hand towards the floor. Belly strong. More active on the back leg, maybe micro bend on the front leg. Start bending the front leg. Inhale, come all the way up. Reverse warrior, reach back. And then exhale, warrior two again. So strong warrior two, check. Again, front knee is either behind or directly above that ankle, and you're equally rooting back with the back leg and through the front foot. So there's again that sensation of wanting to go deeper, but at the same time kind of lifting. So you're floating on your own strength. Arms straight and strong, and then gaze at the right fingertips. And then settle in. Tune with your breathing. Tune in with the sensation of your feet grounding, giving you presence and strength. And just curiously peek, just moving your eyes to check the alignment on your front knee. Again, tracking directly towards the second toe. When you start feeling that effort on the quads, on the right thigh, try to stay with it, focusing on the breathing. Take an inhale, reach back as you extend that front leg. And then exhale back through center, parallel your feet again. Same thing, those beams of energy out from the top down and then in from the bottom up. Inhale, hands on your hips. Exhale, bow forward. Again, soft bend in the knees if you need to. And then hands either, repeat the same thing with it, palms flat on the ground, crown of the head towards the ground, dropping the head. Or you can grab your ankles and use the hands, the arms to fold a little bit deeper. I'd rather you use the belly to fold a little bit deeper. But if you want more intensity in the legs, you can do that. While always keeping the shoulder heads away from the ears so the neck is long. My legs are shaking. Take an inhale there, lengthen halfway, hands on the ground. And then from here, hands on the ground, bend the knees and come to a kneeling. Come to fully kneel. If you have a blanket handy, you may want to pad the knees, but if that's okay, if your mat is thick enough, you don't need it. So we're going to do a similar thing, just trying to teach the body some alignment while making it easy. So we're going to take the left leg out. The same shape as triangle, except we're just standing on the knee as opposed to the foot. And then from here, we're going to take the right arm towards the extended leg. Inhale. Exhale through center. Right fingertips down. And then float that back leg. It's like a mini half moon. Take an inhale here. Exhale. Lower down. Come back to center. And then inhale, reach back. Just on one breath. Exhale, fingertips down, lift the back leg. And then start inhaling to lift up and reach back. Exhale, mini half moon, fingertips down, float the left leg. And then inhale, bring it back. Exhale, topple over, mini half moon, stay here, inhale. On the exhale, bend the back knee, try to catch that back foot with the same side of the arm. And then inhale, press back through the foot, pulling forward with the arm. Stay there a little bit, inhale again. Exhale, release. And then inhale brings you back up. And then through center. Let's do the other side. Right leg out. Inhale, reach towards the extended leg. And exhale, fingertips down, float the back leg. Inhale back. It's almost like a TikTok. Exhale, fingertips down, lift the back leg. And try to tune in with the breath again. Inhale as you expand. Exhale as you lift. Last one. Inhale, reaching. Working on the side body of the core. Exhale, float, stay here. Inhale. And exhale, reach back to catch your foot. And on the inhale, press back, extending that front body, leg, arm. Inhale, release. Exhale here. And then the inhale, bring it back up. And then back to kneeling. So let's take a seat. And yoga is, or used to be, just a part of the practice, the asanas, to prepare for meditation, to be seated for longer periods of time. We're going to do a breath work and meditation at the end. So let's just do a few more hip openers, so we're prepared for that. We're going to sit cross-legged, right leg in front of the left. If that's very easy, and you want to stack ankle on the same line as the knee, so not so here, but more feet away from your body. Just right shin bone in front of the left. If that's very easy, then you can just cross ankle on top of knee, and it's like a fire log, your shin bones. If that's out of the question, just cross it here, fingertips behind you, lengthen your spine, inhale. And on the exhale, hinge forward and bow forward. Let your spine round and just drop the weight of your torso down. Your awareness to the right outer hip. And deep and conscious breath. Breathing into the outer hip. Exhaling and softening down. One more inhale. Breathe and expand that right outer hip. Exhale, soften it up. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, walk it in. And just slide the feet apart. Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together. Grab the tops of the feet. And even if you let your knees fall, we're going to take it active as well. So press the soles of the feet towards each other a bit gently, not like, but just like gently pressing soles of the feet together. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, hinge forward with a straight spine and stay halfway. So you're consciously keeping a straight spine, hugging the belly in and pressing the feet towards one another. You can inhale. And on the exhale, keep pressing the feet gently towards one another, but round the spine. And see if you can just drop as much weight of your torso down and forward. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, walk it in. And let's do the other side. So cross left shin bone in front of the right one. Heels a bit away from your body. So there's almost like a parallel tracking of your shin bones. And then fingertips behind you to lift tall, ribcage out of the pelvis. And then hinge forward from the hips. When you reach that point where your spine starts to round, then just drape on over. And release any tension from the neck, the jaw. And start that breathing into the left outer hip. Getting it a bit more open with every breath. Start inhaling, trying to imagine it expands. And on the exhale, it softens and opens a bit more. Inhale into the left hip. Exhale to soothe it down. On your next inhale, extend the spine, walk it in, and then release. And we're going to take a comfortable seat. Again, I like sitting on my heels because it's symmetrical, easier. But if you're cross-legged, more comfortably seated, then go ahead and do that. And I'm just going to come closer to you for our breath work. So I want to do Ujjayi breathing. Gemma, you know this one, maybe for the people watching. just going to give a short explanation again. So ujjayi is that dark leather sounding breath. We mildly engage the muscles in the back of the throat. And when the air passes, it makes a hissing sound. And the exhale is easier. It sounds, or it feels like you're fogging a mirror through your nostrils, or like kind of exhale actively and making like sound. And the inhale is a bit more hard to learn to do that. But I like to think that it's like when you have phlegm and you're ready to spit it out, is that engagement in the throat. So let's just practice normally sitting to make that sound on the inhale and the exhale. So inhale, contracting the back of the throat, making a sound. Exhale through the nostrils, making a sound. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, how does that feel? Is it good? Yeah, good. Okay, cool. So as long as you can hear yourself, that's the whole point. As long as you can feel that sort of soothing massage in the back of the throat, that's the second part of the whole point. This breath is good to kind of keep heat in the body. We do it when we're practicing to kind of build the stamina or the fire. But it's also very good to anchor down and calm and kind of massage the vagus nerve, which is the parasympathetic branch of the nervous system that governs rest and digest and relax. So as long as we do that on a 1-to-1 ratio for a while, it's going to have calming effect. So we're going to do a few cycles of ujjayi. Try to keep your eyes halfway open so that you see the pace I'm going to set. I hope you can hear my own breath, but I'm going to cue the inhale, raising my hand, and the exhale, lowering my hand. Okay, so spine straight, relax your arms. And let's begin. Inhale. Exhale. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Just follow the sound. In. In. Out. In. Just normal breathing. Close your eyes. Just focus your attention at the center of your forehead. Let your hips roll down, your shoulders relax, your spine grow buoyant, ribcage floating away from the pelvis. And just imagine yourself in your happy place. You're seated there, just like you're here. It can be indoors or outdoors. Try to take that place all in, noticing the colors that you see in your mind's eye. Trying to feel the temperature of the air on your skin. What textures can you see or feel? Or anything that's around you. Notice any scents. Do you smell any nature? Notice any flavors in your mouth. What sounds do you hear? Maybe there's water flowing, or birds, or anything that makes you feel safe and comfortable. You can build this mental space however you want. Take a deep inhale. And the exhale, slowly coming back to this room, to this moment, without losing a sense of ease. Start making your way to your back. You're slowly coming to lie on your back. Then bringing the knees to your chest. Let's take happy baby, grabbing the outer edges of the feet. Just releasing the hips a little bit again. Then release, arms wide, knees to chest, final twist over to the left. And for this one, just let your body drape on. So you don't need to put any effort. Just letting the body melt in the shape. Take an inhale. And the exhale, slowly and lazily back through center and to the other side. Take an inhale. And the exhale through center and legs straight for Shavasana. Just take your final resting pose, arms out. Close your eyes. Drop the jaw, relax your face. Let the base of your skull relax. All around the muscles in your head and your temples, softening the forehead and up through the scalp. Eyes are softly closed. Cheekbones, ears, jaw effortlessly falling. Relax the neck and around the throat. Dropping the shoulder blades, relaxing that space in between. Upper back resting, shoulders heavy. Relaxing down the arm bones, your elbows and forearms, and the wrists and hands. Chest and belly soft. Low back supple. Relaxing your buttocks and your hips, pelvis heavier and heavier. Releasing any tension from the front of the thighs, from the backs of your legs, around the knees and the shins, your calf muscles, your ankles, heels, arches and tops of the feet, toes floating away lightly. And just rest in total peace, completely surrendering the weight of your body to the ground. Well-deserved rest. Take a deep inhale. When we reach the top, hold the breath in for 1, 2, 3, and sigh it out. Start bringing movement to your fingers, wrists, toes and ankles, and maybe arms and elbows. Slowly moving the neck or stretching, any organic movements. And as you're ready, roll into one side, knees bent, just pausing for a moment, make a pillow with your arm. Regather your strength. Your next inhale, push the floor away to come back up into a seat. Arms relaxed, spine straight. Your inhale, bring the hands together in front of your chest. And exhale, bow your head gently to thank yourself for showing up. Blink your eyes open. Class. Thank you. That was relaxing.